Hey everybody, it's Charlie with 4BZ Truth, and so I'm going to address the kind of the elephant in the room right now. There's so many freaking people saying that this Charlie Kirk thing is a hoax or some sort of conspiracy to deter people or, pull the wool over their eyes or deceive them. I'm just going to tell you, I'm probably not going to get on that bandwagon because now, while I'm pretty open-minded to people that are trying to deceive in this world, I do feel like there's a lot of people in this community that I partake in with the discussion of conspiracy theories. And I don't even like saying conspiracy theories because they're conspiracy facts, conspiracy, you can identify to the actual conspiracies of things that are happening in the world. Now, some of the things that they're calling out with the Charlie Kirk thing are like his wife, Erica, having a ring that has an eye of Horus and a snake on her ring. And now, first of all, I have not looked into that any deeper at all, other than seeing that post by somebody. But at the same time, it's like I saw this Facebook thing from somebody I've been following on Facebook for a long time, and they said that the shooter was just a patsy, number one. Number two, that there's some sort of conspiracy with the security detail, and they are part of, or even Charlie Kirk is not even shot. It's like, why would his wife be involved? It's like, I don't know, what this video might have been is some AI, but there's a lot of people that are coming forward saying they saw him freaking get shot in the neck and his blood was gushing out of his neck. And, my wife actually saw that, and I have not seen it yet because I choose to not partake in that. Because what's the point? What's the point of me seeing Charlie Kirk get shot in the neck? It just doesn't seem like it's very fruitful to, see somebody bleed out like that. And especially the fact I've respected him for years. I've actually been following his content for years. I've watched his college campus, prove me wrong things. And I even watched like Steven Crowder stuff that was like that. I just enjoy that platform. I like to see, right wingers and left wingers get together and discuss. But it's hard for me to imagine that Charlie Kirk had anything to do with any kind of conspiracy, or even his wife. If she's like satanic or occult or something, it's like, I don't know. It just, let me talk to you about the philosophy of, conspiracies, or the philosophy of interpretation, because I'll just tell you, I kind of bought into some of that over the years. I'm so open-minded to things. I've kind of found in the last few years that I have not been posting videos or doing interviews, that I even the COVID thing, I actually feel like it's been I honestly feel like there's clearly a narrative that is a right or left narrative. And I've kind of found myself getting more into politics because I feel like my politics aligns with my Christianity. And a lot of people that might follow my channel might say, well, Christianity is a hoax too, and you've bought into that. Because I can see there's an obvious shift that's happening because of that shooting. I actually see a lot of people coming out of the woodwork to go back to church. They're coming back to faith. They're coming back to Jesus. And in a lot of ways, I'm coming back to Jesus. Not to say that I left. In fact, I've been going back to church more, getting involved more again. But I have not been pursuing getting into these discussions. And honestly, in my last video that I posted, there's a couple people that I think pushed back and were telling me it was a hoax. And man, I'm just getting more motivated to, have this, be part of this discussion, because I feel like it's important that people get this one right, because it's almost like God is using Charlie Kirk to bring people back to him. So why would you argue against that unless you're opposed to Christianity? And sometimes you can just buy right into something that is, let's talk about like Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome, in my understanding of it, is there was people that were, being held at gunpoint, and they were held hostage. And eventually, over time, they were in this hostage situation so long that they started having sympathy. They sympathized with the, person that they were hostage to. They start sympathizing with. You start sympathizing with people that are lying to you and deceiving you. It's unfortunate that people start. You have like a template in your mind that prevents you from seeing reality, because you're constantly thinking that everyone's out to deceive you. And I've found that has only become a net negative for me to try to look at things that way all the time, because it's shaken my faith. I've seen so many people, my friends, that have lost their faith because of that mindset. And not only do they lose their faith, but they go straight into destruction mode. They're trying to, they're so destructive at that point. And, they start doing drugs, or they, become suicidal. And in fact, I had a discussion with a friend that said if he loses his faith again, because he lost his faith once before, but then fell back into Christianity because his other faith was LDS. And he said that shook his core, but he fell back into Christianity and has, found that he's kind of feeling like he's rock bottom again. And this is getting me more motivated. I want to freaking be there to help my friends. I want to be there to help the people that, are interested in this topic. So I'm going to say right now, I do believe Charlie Kirk was a legit, guy, and he was one of the most authentic people, regardless of who or how he handled himself. And, sometimes he came across rude, but he wasn't afraid to beat around the bush. He doesn't want to try to protect someone's feelings in that sense. Maybe that's good, but at the same time, it's like a lot of this just seems extremely demonic, with people celebrating his death, saying that, we should go kill other people. And I'm going to tell you right now, I want nothing to do with that. All I want is for people to be, authentic, but at the same time, it's like I do want people to pursue truth. But what is truth? Freaking Pilate said that to Jesus. What is truth? How do you interpret truth, or what lens do you interpret it through? If you're constantly thinking everybody in the world is going to try to deceive you, then yeah, everything seems like a deception, and you can find deception in just about anything. Like I'm just looking at my yard, and the first thought that came to my mind is grass a deception? Wait, grass could just, we're living in a simulation, and we're just electrical, we're like in the Matrix, and we're just being harvested for our energy. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like you could literally find anything to question, and whatever. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm just going to tell you, you guys got to stop with thinking all this is a conspiracy. And I just feel like I think it's almost better just to look at things more simplistically sometimes, because taking things at face value can actually be the right thing to do. I understand the dangers of giving in so easily to a deception. But I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me see what you have to say about that. You can argue with me. You can prove me wrong. That's great. Or if you want to put a link in there for another video that proves something, that's fine. I don't care. I'm willing to have this discussion. This is my platform for right now. I actually feel like I want to get back into the mix. But, appreciate you guys listening to me and hearing my rant and my thoughts. And let me know your thoughts. Keep contemplating the cosmos, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.